Okay, now we have the concept of internal and more internal than external. Internal and external locus of control. The situation basically of an employee who is under the belief, has the perception that they control outcomes in the workplace. So, as an employee, are you in control over the outcomes? Are you in control over your own destiny in the workplace or in life? If the answer is yes, then you have an internal locus of control. On the other hand, if you think that circumstances are all beyond your control and there's nothing that you can do to affect the situation, there is an external locus of control. So to blend this with the other internal and external factors, if you have an internal locus of control, that means that you believe that the internal factors are in control. You can make a difference. If there's an external locus of control, it would be the belief that external factors are in control of the situation. Now think of as an employee. Maybe you've seen some employees around town that don't look like they think they can do anything. They don't matter. They all just say it's against policy. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry you feel that way, but there's nothing I can do. They're suffering from an overwhelming external locus of control. We don't want that. We want people who have an internal locus of control. The way we can get this to happen is to train and trust and create self-managed teams. They need a leader, but they're self-managed, where they take control over the situation. They take control over the responsibilities. They're empowered. They have freedom and they have control. An employee like that is engaged and they matter. And that really goes into pride, self-esteem, self-efficacy, all of that. But tragically, a lot of employees are in a situation of external locus of control where they believe they can't do anything. This is created by micromanaging the employees. Everything has to be approved. Everything is watched over. Also, a workplace that has a lot of rules and policies. The person can't break the rules, they can't break the policies, they're in fear that they're going to get into trouble, so they really don't have an impact on anything. They just say, well, let's refer to the rules and the policies. And this might cause the self-esteem to dip. Self-efficacy is non-existent. I can't do anything, so they become alienated. There's no trust, there's no relationship, and they learn to shut up. We don't want employees like this, but a lot of managers out there have employees like this. And the reason they have employees like this is because they haven't developed the employees, trained them and trusted them, and they're overwhelming, they're micromanaging. There's no trust. So these people, you'll see them around town, they hide, they can't do anything, they don't want to answer any questions, they don't want to get into any trouble, they don't have any control over the situation, there's nothing I can do about it. We don't want that. We want people who are empowered and have freedom to take responsibility for the workplace. Now, another concept we have here is learned helplessness. Belief that one has no control over one's environment or situation. This happens not only in the workplace, but in life. I have neighbors that have no ambition. They're waiting for the handout. They're sitting on their steps like they're waiting for Santa Claus to show up. There's nothing that they can do. The house is falling down all around them. They can barely feed themselves. And they've basically given up on life. Now, that's not a good thing. Somehow, what did the world do to these people? They've lost all of their self-efficacy and they're in a state of learned helplessness. And that's very difficult to get out of. No matter what I do, I try to get a job, I can't get a job. If I get a job, they fire me. This and that, and they can't win. And then we have another situation, psychological withdrawal, which I may have mentioned last semester. This is where the employees have actually quit in the workplace, but they just can't leave yet. They're not on the team. Here again, we can put that thing down, burn, burn, baby, burn. They've lost all hope. They're in a state of learned helplessness in the workplace. It's all an external locus of control. They can't do much of anything without getting into trouble or having somebody shame them, embarrass them, belittle them. And they are in a state of desperation and in a state of psychological withdrawal. We don't need this in the workplace, but it's so popular for managers to create it. They've given up. They've given up hope. They don't matter. There's nothing they can do. They have no control over the situation. They've tried, got shot down, tried, got shot down, tried, got shot down. They're ashamed, embarrassed. Self-esteem is low. Self-efficacy, non-existent. Their brain, psychological withdrawal, has already left the building, but they just can't leave yet because they don't have another job or another opportunity. And to make things worse, they're depressed, low self-esteem. I'm worthless in this workplace. I don't get any respect. Nobody cares about me. Now, how are they going to put on a confidence hat and go look for another job? They're so shot down, low self-esteem. They've already quit. They just can't leave yet.